Yo, it's your boy Marita boy. I'm back up in this thing, man. Listen. The video of FBG Duck being gunned down just hit the internet. Like, and I'm just thinking about the video. That thing was. I'm gonna quote two bloggers, right? And this is their turn. First, I'm gonna quote Hood Educated. Cold-blooded demonstration. Cold-blooded demonstration. Now, I'm gonna quote Lord Balthazar. Cold Bliss. Cold Bliss. Go subscribe to both of their channels, man. I'm just giving my thoughts on it, the visual of what I saw and what I felt when I saw it. But before we get into it, like, share, comment to this video. I would appreciate it. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all been doing a great job hitting that like button, man. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I've been seeing the difference in the analytics and in the views. I appreciate you guys. All of you guys who hit that like button, I really appreciate y'all. So I just want to say thank you. Real talk. That's what I really want to say. I just want to say thank you. So for everybody hit that like button on my videos, share my videos, and even drop a comment, I thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you. From me to you, real talk. Now the video. I don't post death videos or shooting videos on my channel. And YouTube kind of won't let you do it anyway. I mean, you can blur certain things out and all of that, but I don't do any of that. And I made a conscious decision not to do any of that a while ago. Because I just felt like these people have families, and who wants to see their loved one being done like that on the internet over and over again. I remember when Slim 400 lost his life. I actually had the video and I was like, that thing's you know what I mean? So I would never do it. That's why I kind of don't own a Patreon, because I won't do it. It's not all about money with me, man. Like, it just don't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? So if I was into that, I would have had a Patreon so people could see those type of graphic videos over there. But it's something in my spirit just say, man, like, you got to draw a line. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably create a Patreon in the future, but it won't be no graphic stuff over there. You know what I mean? I might be over there cussing or saying some stuff that I can't say on YouTube, but I'm not doing it to show graphic video. But that's just that's my preference. That's just something with me. I'm not casting no aspersions on any other blogger that does it. That's just me. But back to the video. They did them dirty. And it didn't even take that long, bro. Like, that thing was like seconds. Like, and that just show you how quickly you can lose your life out here. Another thing was the blatant disregard for life that it seems that they had, or at least his life that they had. These young people don't care no more, bro. Like, you know, when we was growing up, we was doing things. So I'm not judging. I'm just diagnosing what I see. I can't judge. I can't judge them because I was out there doing stuff that I ain't had no business doing either, and I won't be a hypocrite to that extent like that. Now, it's other people who never lived in the streets, who done lived a seemingly above board life, and they may be able to give a more scathing opinion than someone like me. But I'ma always be big on accountability. I told y'all, so I can't judge them without being a hypocrite, because I done did things that I shouldn't have been out there doing with blatant disregard for life and those things of that nature. Of course, I changed my life, but still, you know what I'm saying? I can talk about it, and I can tell them what they should do and what they shouldn't do. But as far as like totally just like, nah, I can't, because I've been out there. I've been where they at. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to teach on this channel. You know what I mean? I crack jokes. Y'all know me, I'm funny. I crack jokes, do stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna, every now and then, here and there, when I can, on certain topics, I'm gonna say, get out the streets. I'm gonna tell you why you should get out the streets. I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't do this. I'm gonna tell you what this path leads to. And I do that because I be trying to save some of our babies. You know, Moo Wop and C Thing and all of them, that's somebody's babies. Duck, that was Mama Duck's baby. You know, all of these young men and women that's out there losing their life in the streets are our babies. You know what I mean? I'm old enough to be some of them daddies. You know what I'm saying? So in order to save some of our babies, I feel like I can at least use my channel to shed some type of awareness and maybe give some of them some of this knowledge, or spread the word, or share a message that may resonate with somebody, even if it only resonate with one. Can you imagine if I get to save one of our babies' lives from a video? That's worth all the money I could ever make on YouTube. If I can save one of our babies' lives from a video, if I can get one of your babies or my babies to come one day and say, Marita boy, I was doing this, and when I heard your video, I decided to not do that and go this way, and look at me now. If I can get that from a video, oh man, that's worth more than any. That's worth more than any money in the world. You know why? Because life is way more precious than any dollar. I know it don't seem like it, but it is. So if I could get that, you know how good I feel inside. I feel way better than when YouTube dropped them couple dollars in my account. I promise you, to save somebody's life, especially with the life that I used to live, to come from that to saving lives, oh man, that's my dream. Now, another thing, I know it's the environment. I know it's peer pressure. I know they gotta survive. I know all of those things, right? And all of those things are true. All of those things are part of the problem. But you know what? When we boil it down to it, you know what the problem is? Decision making. It's decision making. Because we do have statistics that show that more, if a child or someone goes through this, and this, it's more likely for them to end up here, and here. Like, this is fact. The studies that show these things, right? But you still have those that go through this, and don't end up down that same path that the statistics show, right? So what that's telling us? That's telling us that it's a choice. That's why I'm big on accountability. Didn't I tell y'all everything that I did, I chose to do it. I knew what I was doing. You feel me? So it's a choice. It's a choice. It is a choice. These young men and women are making the wrong choice, right? And it's due to a lot of underlining reasons: peer pressure, environment, PTSD, trauma, displaced anger, abuse, all of these things that's going on in the family dynamic in the inner city, in the urban communities or whatever. And it's just like a perfect snowball, a perfect storm for our babies to end up down this path of destruction. And it's some of us too. Y'all don't want to hear that, do y'all? But some of us too. I'm talking about us as parents. Some of it's us. See, what should happen here is we went through certain things, right? So we should do our best to where our children don't have to go through these certain things. And I understand we ourselves have certain mentalities and certain likes and dislikes, and we ourselves are hood. We came in the hood. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the way we are. So that's the way some of us raise our children, right? But you're supposed to take the bad that you saw happen in your upbringing out of it, out of your children's upbringing, out of your bag in your children's upbringing. And you should put the good that you didn't have or the good that you did have in your children's upbringing. You see what I'm saying? So that they don't grow up like we did. Our children should not have to go through the things that we went through. Not all of them. Not the bad shit. Yeah, they're supposed to clean up and do chores and do this and do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to step down on them sometimes. Yeah. And be a parent. Yeah. All of that. But I'm saying, I'm talking about like the abuse. I'm talking about the mental abuse, the verbal abuse, the physical abuse. Even though sometimes you might got to get on that, you know what I'm talking about? You got to get on that ass. Hey, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about the excessiveness of it. I'm talking about you got to walk the walk and talk the talk with these children. You can't be doing what you telling them not to do. If you a big dope boy in the streets and you telling your kid, oh, this and that, don't do this. You know your friend, his friends is telling him that you sell dope right. You know he could tell that when you pull up in the G-Wagon that you sell dope right. You know your son know you sell dope right. You see what I'm saying? You know people are giving him preferential treatment or treating him like a prince because of you, right? Because you got some status, because you a boss. What you think that's doing to him? What you think that's doing to him? He is admiring you. And you sitting there telling him, no, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. But all the other elements is telling him, boy, your daddy a girl, boy. Boy, your daddy get that money, boy. Boy, your daddy said this, boy, your daddy got that. That's reinforcing him to want to be like his father. He see you with the money. He see the life you living. I'm just telling you what happens. Children look up to their parents. Mothers, y'all out here Still want to be hot girl summer. You still want to be hot girl summer. I understand some of y'all young parents. I get it. And I understand y'all still want to live y'all life too. I get it. But let me explain something to y'all, bro. When you have children, your life is not your own, or don't have them. That's a big problem I see. You want to have children, but you don't want to give your life up for them. When you have children, your life is not your own. That shit over with, or just don't have them. Because what happens is you risk ruining their lives because you're still trying to live your life and they're seeing what you're doing. Arguing with this different type of man. Got men coming in and out. One year this dude, they stepdaddy. In the next 2-3 years, this dude stepdaddy. Talking around the children. These children should not be privy to your conversations. Oh, girl, that was that nigga. They should not hear that. Let them children be children as long as possible. Let them believe in the gingerbread man and Santa Claus and all of that as long as possible, because they got their whole life to grow up. You feel me? This is what speeds this shit up. You see what I'm saying? Social media. Be real with you. These kids should not be privy to some of this stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. It's even hard to get around the social media thing, because when they go off to school, they got other kids that's, they tapped in. So, they're going to always, put them up on game and this and that. You might be the parent that got everything going on, and then they get to school and the other parent's full of shit, or ain't, parenting, and boom, they children influence your children. So, it's a struggle, y'all. It's a struggle, and I understand. But I'm just telling you, you got to try, brother. You got to try. You got to try. You got to pour yourself into these kids, because we losing these kids in the streets, bro. See, you don't think that the things that we do, we allow, we don't do. You don't think that it affects those children, but they do. A lot of us have childhood trauma that we haven't dealt with. We'll laugh it off and, oh, Big Mama used to do this, or Big Daddy used to do this, but that shit wasn't cool. That shit wasn't cool. See, that's what we do in the black community. We laugh the abuse off, or the fuck shit off. That shit wasn't cool. Some of y'all in toxic families, some of y'all in toxic situations, and y'all been in them so long till y'all think it's normal. Let me say that again. Some of y'all right now in toxic situations, toxic families, and y'all been in that shit so long till y'all think it's normal. And being that that's all you know, you then have your children in that same cycle too. And now you conditioning them to the toxicity. And they think it's normal now. So when they grow up, they interact with their spouses or whatever the same way that they saw you interact. Fights, arguments, calling them pussy nigga, calling them hoes, calling them bitches, all of that. That's because you did, or what they saw you do. But then when they get killed out here in the streets for fucking with a street nigga, or when they get killed out here in the streets for hustling, you don't want to have none of the blame. You don't want to take none of the blame. You'll find an excuse to put it off on whatever else, or they shouldn't have been doing this, or they knew that. No, yes and no. If you would have paid attention, you could have seen these children on this path a long time ago. A long time ago. But you were too busy living your life. When you have children, your life is not your own, man. We losing our babies to the streets. That's what this duck video showed me. Moowop and them, when they pulled them triggers, they killed themselves as well. Who won? They let their environment, they let King Von, they let whoever else from the drill culture that they look up to influence them to want to be like them. Where did they leave them? Where did it lead them? That shows you that these kids need guidance. I don't give a damn what it look like they doing. I don't give a damn how much a mirror they wearing. I don't give a damn how much Gucci they wearing. I don't give a damn how much money they got, jewelry they got. They lost. They lost. You know they lost. You should, because you've been there. I do. I don't give a damn what they got. I don't give a damn what Lil Durk. I don't give a damn about what none of them niggas got who got way more money than me. I'm smarter than them because I know they lost. And the reason why I'm smarter than them is because I've got experience. They might be smarter than me or more talented than me or whatever in certain aspects, but in the game of living or risking your freedom, I got them beat. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm gonna take a step further than that. Those of you who was working a 9-to-5 when Moowop and them started rapping or came on your radar and you still working a 9-to-5, you beat him. Yeah, he had an old block chain and this and that, but you beat him. You know how you beat him? Because you still right here with your freedom right now. Where he at? Where he at? Where all these Los and C-Thing, and where all they at? They'll give everything up right now to be right there working at Walmart with you. They were lost. They were lost. They may have been lost a long time ago. That's why you got to start early with the children. That's why God gave kids parents. Our job is to guide them. Some of us is failing at this job. Some of us is failing miserably. And it's just sad because it just perpetuates that cycle. But then it's a choice as well. It's a choice to these young people. You feel me? It's a choice, but you got to understand. We got to help them. We have to help them. We have to help them every day. Training wheels. Every day. I'm talking about from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, every day, every second, every minute, every hour, we have to help them. Their life is precious. It's precious to us. It's worth it. It's worth it. For your baby not to die in the streets by something he was doing. It's worth it. It's worth it. None of us is perfect parents. There's no such thing as that. But some of us do need to try harder. Some of us do need to realize where went wrong with us at and fix that with our children. I thought that's what we was doing. I thought since we ain't had no daddies, we was giving the kids daddies. That's what I thought. I ain't think since we ain't had no daddy, then we take ourselves out of the child life, or women, y'all get rid of the daddy and get another daddy because the other daddy got more money and This is what's happening out here, y'all. But the kids are the ones that's being hurt the worst. It's almost like we having children and just praying and hoping that they make it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you something too. You could be one of them people that give your kids financially, sustain them and all that shit. That only goes so far. You got to teach them. You got to show them. You got to walk with them. When I got out the streets, I made sure my children knew I worked. Who? I told my son, listen, this is what real men do. Real men work. They take care of their family. They provide. They protect. I did that for a reason. So he would get a sense of when he got to do it. I did that to him when he was young. Because I got on the streets, my children were young. Know what I'm saying? But I did that, I reiterated that to him along the way. When I would pull up to his school, I had my goddamn foreman's out vest and shit on. You know what I'm talking about? When I pulled to his football practice and dropped him off for football practice and stayed there on that bench until the football practice over, I had my foreman thing with my name across that bitch. You feel me? Took him to my job, let everybody see him. Oh yeah, your daddy, yeah, he runs this over here. All of that. Right now, he got his own family. He work. You see what I'm saying? I let him know, look, bro, this is what you got to do. Even now still, I talk to him, hey, look, you got to provide for that little girl. For my granddaughter, you got to provide for her. Working. Because we can't risk you being taken out of her life doing some other bullshit. You need to be here with her to guide her all the way. She loves you. She needs you. See what I'm saying? If I was in the streets, it would have been harder for me to sell him on that. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Now, he still got his own decisions, man. He can still do it. He want to do it grown. But I'm just saying, I did my due diligence. Not only that, I walked the walk so he could see it. He still can go left now. But I did it. I did it for him. I dedicated this. It was good for me too to do that. But I dedicated that for him to see that. You see what I'm saying? It was beneficial for both of us all the way around. That is doing your best with what you got. That's the example I'm trying to show you. That's doing your best with what you got. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes shit that pop in my mind, I'll call them. Hey, advice. Stuff they ain't even went through. My daughter too. Stuff they ain't even went through, I tell them advice. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. So my job is to pour all that information into them, pass it down, so that they can soak it in, be better than me. Not to positive reinforce them to do negative shit that I did. Thank God, they mama passed, but I had a great baby mama who we co-parented very well, and we did a great job. But now I'm the only parent they have right now. She gone. So it's even more on me to live a certain way and teach, and you know what I'm saying? Because if something happened to me, they don't got no parents. You see? When you become a parent, your life is not your own. If you don't want to this responsibility to these young people, to these babies, I suggest you don't become a parent. Because I would rather you not become a parent than ruin some of these babies' lives by the way you parent or don't parent. I know I kind of got off on a little tangent, but I was just trying to diagnose what I thought is some of the reason and ways that our children get to this point where Muwap, C-Thing, and all of them got at. That's not what I'm saying. Is not the all of it. It's a lot of factors, but I think one of the main ones is the parenting. It's us. It's the environment. Get them out of the environment. Get them out of there. Bro, listen, let me tell you something. You talking to somebody that's done picked up and moved and lived in a whole nother state. You can do it. You can do it. I promise you, you can do it. You can. It don't really take that much, and it don't take that much money. But regardless of whatever it is, it's worth it to save their lives or your life. We can't risk losing these babies no more, man. They get big, they can make their own decisions. They're gonna make their own decisions. But I'm just trying to enlighten people on how to get them to the point that when they be big enough to make their own decisions, they make more right decisions than you did. You see what I'm saying? And how you do that is you got to all the way up. You gonna mess up. You gonna mess up. Ain't no perfect parents. But you got to all the way up. All the way up. Even when they buck against you, even when they teenagers and they think they know it all and all of that there, you should know what you know. Kids will eat ice cream all day if you let them. That's your job to tell them, now you got to eat these green beans, you got to eat this meat, you got to eat this carrots, da-da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? This is why God gave them parents. In 20 years, Muwap them, most likely their mentality is going to be different from the mentality that they have now. And if they smart, they're going to regret it, what they did. They're going to realize that they threw their life away. For what? For what? For what? To kill duck. I ain't gonna lie to you, that one there just, I can't even compute that one. Like, it's self-hate when you really peel back the layers of it. You killed yourself. I just thank God that He blessed me with enough life to mature into the person that I am. And I pray that He keep on blessing me with life so I can mature into the best version of myself. Because that's why I ain't judging them. I'm just telling, because it could be, that could have been a lot of us. You know what I mean? It was a lot of us. Like, you know what I mean? It could have been me. But what I'm doing, I'm sitting right here, right now, trying to get it right, trying to pay it forward, trying to save some of these babies, man. So turn off the Sexy Red. Turn off the King Von. Stop saying you ain't got enough time. And find time. Find time to throw that football with your son. Find time to tell him about the pitfalls of life. Find time to teach your daughter how to be a respectable young lady. Treat them like respectable young ladies. Let go of that childhood trauma. Some of us need to get counseling as well for the trauma that we had as children that we don't. that we ain't get straight. Let go of that childhood trauma. Let those children have their parents. Stop beefing with the baby daddies and all of that. Baby father, start doing what you need to do. It's for the children, man. Some of us are setting our children down this path, but we lose them early. Some of us, not all of us. Some of us doing good jobs and still losing them early. Those are the ones that the choices that the children make, because they make these choices well. I've seen children from great families, and they still choose to jump out there in the streets. Mom and daddy working, so they don't know what they're doing. They're on social media brandishing guns and beefing. Before you know it, little Andrew that got gunned down at the bus stop, and we never even knew Andrew was thugging. He really wasn't. He just a fake paper thug on the internet, but he done got gunned down. So I understand that that's the dynamic too. That happens too. But whatever we gotta do, bro, we gotta save these babies. And if what I'm saying don't fit you, then it don't fit you. Then I ain't talking about you. You know what I mean? This ain't for everybody. This ain't all. This ain't absolute. You feel me? If I'm not talking about you, then it don't fit you. You keep doing what you're doing. Keep fighting a good fight. But if you know you with the BS, look at your baby, the one you love, the one you held, the one you taught to walk, to feed, taught to ride the bicycle, nurse back from sickness, nurse back to health. And realize, like, damn, I can't lose him. I got to do whatever I got to do why I don't lose them. Because if you wait too long, it gets harder down the road. It gets harder to steer them the way you want them to go. So it's a lifetime of, well, I ain't gonna say a lifetime. I'm gonna say about 20, about 20 years, about 20, 21 years, depending on the kid. Children mature at different ages. But you about 21 years into it. You know what I'm saying? Steering them, turning their head, go this way, go that way. Even when they buck against you, even when they hate you, stop being your kids' friends. You're a parent. But I know I went off on a little bit, man, but that should be hitting close to home, man. Rest in heaven, LPG Duck, man. It's just a sad situation all the way over, man. Them boys done lost their life. Duck lost his life. What was it for? You niggas are statistics. You niggas did the white man job. Right? For what? For what? We keep seeing these stories, man. We keep seeing these cautionary tales, and y'all still ain't learned yet. Like, share, comment to this video, chill.